Yeah. So, on that, it's like, how are you feeling for this week? So, do you mind me discussing this week?
Oh no, absolutely not. No, carry on. Yeah.
So, John's going back in for another surgery this week. So, I'm just wondering on that front, like, how have you been working nutrition wise and stuff to get yourself ready for that? And how do you feel about it?
Well, the surgery I'm actually having this week is for a prolapsoma, caused by caused by a blockage that I had. So the convulsions caused it to prolapse. So hopefully it's not like a huge invasive surgery again. I discussed this with the surgeon. Hopefully he's been able to go in around the side of the stoma and pull that back through, suture it off, and off you go. If not, I'm going to have another cut up and down, a good 8 inches, as it was last time. I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. With regards to prepping food-wise and diet, I've not, like I said, I've had Chinese a weekend. Nothing really changes up until probably about Wednesday. The surgery's on Thursday, so I said from Wednesday is probably going to be eating not as heavy roughage food, not as dense food. So it'll be just maybe some fish and some protein, maybe some rice, just white rice, just lighter foods really, some fruit. Especially bananas, maybe some tangerines, stuff like that. So plenty of vitamins, minerals, energy in there, and keep me nice and prepped for the surgery. But that's it really. I mean, it's not going to make a massive difference. I mean, the surgery is any surgery really going under the knife is quite worrying. But you know what? Been there, done that. Hopefully, it's not going to be as bad this time. I'll be back on my feet before I know it, and then getting back in the gym to do my rehab.
So one of the things I liked about it is like you're talking about getting enough vitamins and minerals in and getting yourself ready for that repair process.
Yeah.
And like I noticed the other week you were doing something very specific with an apple, and like, so how do you manage your fruit intake?
Yeah, so what you said about shiny skins, like peppers and apples and so forth, and that's something I really couldn't tolerate with my bowel, especially when I had the J pouch. So what I tend to do is take them off. So with regards to the apple I was having the other day, was took off the skin, just peeled off the skin, and then ate the apple there. And I found that was really good. Obviously I'm getting the goodness of the apple without the bad effects of eating the skin. So like I said, foods like that you can still eat, but it's just adapting how you eat them. I mean, there's arguments obviously that the content of the goodness of the skin that comes from the apple, but then I'm still getting benefits and goodness from the apple itself by discarding the skin that would, well, otherwise cause me to have an upset stomach. I've not really tried it with the ileostomy, so eating an apple with the skin on with the ileostomy, but to be honest, I'm not that bothered. I'm happy that I can eat an apple without the skin on.
Well, I can key you in that because I've done both.
But you eat kiwis with skin on, don't you?
No.
What?
Hell no.
Who does that?
I don't know. Probably Kyle.
Oh no, it's LJ. It's LJ. LJ does it. He just I think it's just laziness for him, really. I think he just can't be asked to peel it. So just eat it with the skin on.
Yeah, but essentially the skin is insoluble fiber, so it adds to that sort of what people would call in a diet, they call it roughage. And then the fruit itself inside the skin is soluble fiber, which is where we get a lot of stuff from. So the roughage that people normally talk about, that's to bulk out your large intestine. If you haven't got a large intestine, there's really no need for it, so to speak. So having just the soluble part is fine for us, and it's going to cause us less headaches or less bowel aches or arse aches, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, and it makes complete sense. And to be honest, it actually makes the food more enjoyable. I'm not going down the line of where I'm peeling grapes, but certainly, I'll peel an orange. You peel an orange anyway. You're going to peel a banana. You're going to peel an apple now. I think the apple is really the only one that's unusual for us to peel.
Yeah.
Potato skins, as an Irishman, I have to give up my potato skins. The odd time I'll have one. I'll have like a slither of it just to give me that flavour, because like a well done jacket potato or baked potato where the skin's all crispy and that,
quite hard to resist, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just one of those things, and it's just an adaptation and it's just understanding. So I think trialing all those things like we said is going to be really, really good for you. and just bringing it in small samples. So what are you thinking, John, post surgery now? What's your thought process? So you're approaching deadline day. What's going to be things you're thinking?
Well, ultimately, after the surgery, depending which way it goes with regards to the cut, I think in order to get my energy up quite quick, because I'm going to probably be immobile for a little while, maybe a few days. If the cut's worse, then it's going to be a few weeks. So I think the initially post-surgery will be high energy drinks. So when I had the first ever surgery, I think they give me drinks called Ensure, which are full of calories, which I'm probably going to need, because for me, every time I've had surgery, so this will be the 5th time, I tend to lose hell of a lot of weight, and that's just my metabolic rate, my kind of my body type, as a classic ectomorph. I will lose a lot of muscle mass quite quickly. So if I can get the kind of energy dense and the calorific dense foods in straight away in the form of shakes to start with, because that's probably what my stoma is going to be able to handle for the first few weeks, then that's kind of what I'm going to do. But I will then build that up slowly then with proteins, but soft, like white meats or fish, rather than red meats, because I probably won't be able to tolerate them for a little while either. So yeah, it's going to be a slow process, but I think just getting foods in that are easy to break down, so easier soluble foods, to get into the system, and that would probably be through, like I said, shakes to start with. There you go.
There's a website for people like us in the UK called Crohn's and Colitis UK, and equally there are websites in America. One that I know of is Crohn's Colitis Foundation. I believe that they will all talk to each other and generally have a consensus on the stuff that they pump out in terms of advice. And it's really good. There's loads of PDF files on there, or leaflets that give you lots of different bits and pieces, and actually quite in-depth information, and links it on to other research and other places that you can go and find for information. Well, I think that takes us off from this episode.
Absolutely.